Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first pitching session, which is called Live Pitch to Global Investors. Many American investors connected to us, and in future, I plan to have investors from all over the world who actively invest in startups. For this reason, I try to invite quality startups who are ready to go global or already starting going global. Those founders who speak English and they have a lot of potential to enter global markets. Here it is, Live Pitch to Go Global Investors. This is one of the initiatives started by Go Global World community, which I created for founders to actually unite together and help each other to go global by sharing expertise, connections, and other resources. And for this event, we have invited many respected and great investors, judges, who will help evaluate current startups and maybe might become the next step for them to go global. So I welcome Liling Po, partner of Brad Smith, Kate Selidet, investment team at 500 Startups, Brett Noyes, founder and CEO of UnVentures, Catherine Yushina, venture partner of UnVentures, Jordan Beben, managing partner of SV Venture Group. I think Jordan hasn't joined us, but maybe if he is, that's great. Amir Khan, managing partner and founder of MIRL Accelerator, Mahmoud Ali, head of security assurance at BitMEX, James Sowers, Greater Good Society executive board member, and I know that also James is in the list of top 50 angel investors in the United States, according to Forbes, if I'm not mistaken, and Isabella Pantini, analyst on the FoodX and D-Lab team at SOSV, the Accelerator VC. Quick list of startups, just to share. We will have Educate Online to present. Your Best Life will join us from Portugal. Luke, then we'll have 3D Predict, and the last startup will be Financial. That's it. So I don't want to wait more. Let's invite our first startup, Educate Online. Alexander Zheltov, do you have access to this screen share?
Hello, everybody. Let me try this now. 1 second. Yes, I do have access to the screen share, and here are my slides. Do you see them well?
Yes, we do.
All good? Okay. Just Daniil, the format will be 3 to 5 minute pitch, and then then questions, right?
Thanks for saying this is the first time I'm doing this, so that's important.
No worries. Yeah.
5 minutes, 5 minutes presentation, and up to 15 minutes Q&A. And I'll be tracking this, so we make sure that we're all on time. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you may begin.
Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Educate Online. We're building a platform that matches schools, boarding schools and online schools with students worldwide, and allows the students to get secondary quality education for the students that are 5 to 18 years old. So far, we've created a platform that allows the children from developing countries to study in the best schools of the world without leaving their country. And basically allows the schools, for example, the schools from the United States, to enter new markets such as Russia, China, European Union, Southeast Asia, Latin America, etc. There are certain benefits to studying distantly online, because studying online is 20 times more cost efficient than full-time studies abroad when we talk about schools. In our platform, families can select schools according to their personal requirements of the kids and their preferences, and schools can improve the quality of education as we measure NPS of every lesson. There is another thing that now allows the students to study online distantly in the United States and other countries. The students, let's say a student from Russia or a student from Germany, can study online and receive the same level of diploma, the same level of qualifications as if the student was studying offline in one of the schools in the world. So So far, we've developed the first version of a functioning online platform. We tested the demand in such countries as European Union, China, CIS, Hong Kong, Russia. So far, we've enrolled 300 plus kids from around the world into the offline and into the online schools. We also raised a small round of $250,000 from Softline venture partners, and so far brought $3.5 million in revenue to the schools of the world that are located mostly in the United States, Canada, Switzerland, and United Kingdom. In Russia, we've partnered with Nevnik.ru and Nitologia Group that have access to more than 15 million students in our country. And also we formed a big network of 650 traditional and 20 plus online schools that are in the United States, England, EU, as I told before, and also began the transformation from offline to online schools of 2 schools in the US and Switzerland. In terms of the revenue growth, which we see right now in the online direction, we made 6x in terms of revenues since the start of spring, and also the number of customers, the number of students that are starting to study online, we made 4x in spring. There are a couple of problems with that we're trying to solve. Basically, there are around 100 plus licensed online schools in the world, but they really remain unknown. There's also a lot of offline schools that now need to have a blended model of learning, and they don't know how to go online. There's no platform because for now that unites all schools and shows the true rankings and where to go. And many parents do not know about the opportunity to study online, to study distantly. So to the parents, we give them the knowledge and the power to actually, for their kids to attend the best schools. And we give the kids an opportunity to get the best education in the world at a fraction of the cost. For the ordinary schools, we have an out-of-the-box solution to transform them into online schools. We have the whole curriculum. They just need to put their teachers there. And for the online schools that are already there, we help them to expand their audience and attract new customers by using our matching algorithm and to attract students from all over the world. We make money by commission. So online schools pay us a commission of 20 to 40%, and boarding schools pay us a commission of 10 to 20% from the tuition fees. Talking about our leadership team, here's myself, Alexander. I've been studying myself in the UK, in the United States, in Germany, and I love international education. That's my passion, and that's why I started this company. There's also Igor Borovikov, who is the founder of Softline. It's a company that does IT solutions in 55 countries all over the world. He's very passionate about education, and he has already 27 years of experience in the IT sector. There's also Trina Angelone, who is our director of education. She's the head of 5 online schools in the United States that we work with. There's also a managing director called Greenat. He's a big professional in terms of teamwork, managing clients, customers, and growing teams. He is now only 30 years old, and he has been a board member of Red Bull company since the age of 26. And of course, we have 15 more hardworking people. Where we want to go? We want to have 1 billion revenue in 3 to 5 years. And to do that, we'll need to attract around 10 million students to 10,000 schools worldwide. We believe that online education will be the norm all over the world in 2-3 years. And we want to be the leading platform provider in that market. Right now, we're raising a convertible note round of $260,000 to achieve $1 million of our own revenue in the next year and to go to Series A stage in the next 12 months. We're incorporated in Delaware. We have a C Corp, and we can discuss the terms with you personally. It'll be a huge joy. Right now, I own 80% of the company, and Igor owns 20% of the company. I would love to answer your questions, and I'm very happy to discuss our project and collaboration further. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. So you will 30 seconds behind time. For everyone, please be on time, 5 minutes sharp, all right?
Thank you.
Anyone, please, investor judges, do you have any questions, suggestions, recommendations?
I have a quick question on the customer acquisition cost. If Alexander, can you hear me, Alexander, well?
Of course. Hi, Marco.
Yeah,
sure.
if you can just give me more detail, give us more details on like your customer acquisition cost at a very high level, and just this, the CAC story, what's your acquisition channels, etc. I'm very interested to understand like that beautiful growth that you had from March to May. Like what were the main factors contributing to it? Obviously COVID probably is one.
Yeah, COVID was, basically we made a pivot from making an offline boarding school platform to making online school platform, because we understood that's the emerging market. First, we were focusing more on the offline schools. If we talk about offline schools, there the customer acquisition cost was from $300 to $500 per customer, but there every customer brings $20,000 to $30,000 in terms of revenue. If we talk about online school, the customer acquisition cost is from $100 to $150 per customer, and one customer can bring from $1,000 to $8,000 or $10,000 US dollars in revenue.
Is that per student?
Yes.
The customer is a student, not a school, right?
Yeah. Actually, we have two types of customers. Customer is a student and customer is a school. Basically, we sell students to schools and we sell schools to students. So it's we charge from we earn money from two sides in a way.
Got it. And I see that customer acquisition cost you mentioned for the online is around 100,
150
for the student, right?
Yeah, for already paying user who is studying small kind of course, maybe for 2,000 or just studying full time. Yeah.
Got it.
We already tested customer acquisition cost in other countries, so not only in Russia, and that's why I say 100 to 150, because it depends country by country. I think now with COVID, what has happened is the fact that a lot of people started looking into online education, and all the parents, they found out that their schools can't really do online education in a way, because all the schools, they transformed into online schools very rapidly. And there are so many schools that do this already for 5, 10, 15 years. So we're solving two problems. One thing is we're trying to for the schools to implement the blended learning model and to grow into something bigger and to offer online. And also for the kids and the parents, we give them a solution to basically find the school that will work for them, even in such crazy times.
Thank you. Last question is just that the channels that you go to for the acquisition, like where do you go to find those users?
So 70% is Facebook, Instagram. We target audiences in our country and in other countries. And we have a certain, it's a big document kind of that we have who our target audience is. And then 30% is referrals. So once the students sign up, they recommend us firstly, they recommended us without any bonuses, but from this week, we encourage them by doing something as Airbnb or Uber does, right? Just giving maybe $20 discount or like $50 discount, and basically that benefits two sides. So before any financial gains for both sides, we had 30% of referrals, and I think this number will be higher now.
Thank you, Alexander.
Thank you so much for your questions.
Thank you. Anyone else?
So, I have a question. So that kind of answered the one side of the marketplace, how you're getting students, but how are you providing value and talking to the boarding schools or the online schools that are kind of the other side of the marketplace?
So basically, because there are two things. First thing is that the schools definitely want students, and but they don't want just students in terms of just every student. They have a certain ideal student criteria that we figured out. So we give them the students that they want, and that's what the matching algorithm is for. So we ask the schools, who is your ideal student? And the schools tell us to do them. Every school has a different ideal student. Some schools are for C graders, B graders, A graders, AB, there's many things. So that's one thing. Second thing is we tell them, you come to our platform, you'll have at least 2-3 students. And for the schools, that's already a good start, because every student will study not for 1 year, hopefully for longer. And the other thing is that a lot of schools know how to teach. They know how to make curriculums. They know all of these things, but they don't know how to market themselves. So we provide the right packaging in a way for them. And we, in Russia, we call it meanings. We find the right meanings for every school, so the school can find its target audience. So, so yeah, that's the answer.
All right.
Hi, this is Kate from 500 Startups. I have a quick question. Hi, a quick question about competition. Could you walk us through your competitive landscape and what differentiates you?
Yeah, sure. I'll share a slide to do that because I've prepared the slide for that. One second. Thank you. Sorry for the wait. So basically, the first competitor that we see is the traditional schools in a way. One second, I'll show the slide. Okay, doing it now. Here it is. So the traditional schools near home, basically every kid, it's not a competition in terms of money only, it's a competition in terms of time, right? So when the kids are studying, and let's say I'm in Moscow right now and I go to a school nearby, this school will eat up a lot of my time. But the thing is that with the rise of internet and all the technologies, what is the point of studying in a school that's next to your house, especially if it's not a good school? When you, through the power of the internet, you can study with the best teachers in the world. So, so you get the opportunity to study in every world, and also for kind of to make it work, we also have the dual diploma programs. That means that the kids study in their schools, in their home countries, as the main school, but in our schools, they study kind of as a bonus, so to say. So then we also have educational agencies that mostly offer offline schools. Here I wrote about some Russian ones, but there are some big ones in Hong Kong and China. They mostly look into offline schools and provide them. We have both offline and online. Online is the main growth point right now. And we have a matching algorithm that we've built that allows the students to gain entry into the schools and to have guaranteed entry. So if the school has an ideal student portrait that fits the student that logs onto the platform, then we basically match them. And if the student told the truth about the grades and everything, then it will be all fine. Then also there are different platforms in, for example, international Duolingo for learning languages and Skyeng in Russia. So basically in these are big companies that are also growing very fast, but they provide just English language or other languages. They don't provide the full education. In terms of what we do, we have, first thing, not only languages, but language can be a good starting point. We have 70+ different subjects that matter in the world right now. So the students at the age of 14, 15 can study entrepreneurship, artificial intelligence, robotics, those things that will be very important for them in the 21st century. And also in our school, they receive official diplomas from the schools, for example, United States, Canada, UK, that will actually allow them to enter the universities, the best universities in the world if they wish. And also there are some web aggregators for higher education, for example, Apply Board. What we do is we focus on school students. So a lot of companies, Coursera, EDX, Udacity, they focus on 18+ in terms of the audience. And we cover from 8 until 18. And we see that this market of secondary school education online, we see that it's growing at 33% per year. And that's the emerging market to be in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your time is up. I ask everyone, please evaluate this startup. And the other startup, Your Best Life, Afonso and Guilherme, please start your presentation. Yeah, so I give like 15 more seconds to finish your evaluation.
Can I start? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, so
hello everybody.
Start in, okay, you may start right now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you guys for being here. I'm Guilherme. Afonso is here also as a co-founder of Your Best Life, and we're building a science-based app to guide people through a more balanced and aware life. But first, let me give you just a little framework and why we're here having this conversation, because we opted with kind of a different path than the usual. So for the past years, we've been fine-tuning the idea of using travel as personal growth, and I heard that we have a big traveler here on the audience. And in 2018, we started working on Your Best Life and to multiply these opportunities that we had on traveling as a personal development tool. We come here with massive traction. We had 800K signups, 40K paying members, generated over 1 million revenue. This all bootstrapped in 10 months, but most importantly, we come with a very meaningful community feedback that led us into this opportunity that we are presenting, and an MVP validated platform that we are now consolidating into a proper UX action-driven app. So we started.
Slide. Sorry, you're still on the first slide, I guess. I'm seeing the first slide still. You guys.
Yeah, I don't know why this happened. So sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
great input, Afonso. So yeah, this is basically the visual roadmap. Sorry, but you had the idea. So fine tuning the idea of travel as development, and so moving on. As I told you, we focus on traveling as personal development, but we along our journey we soon realized that travel was just a trigger to a bigger problem. So we are addressing a modern social problem related with mental healthness and stability, and this happens because we lack awareness for things that really matters. And this is self-awareness about our own lives and aspirations, and global awareness about how we are integrated with other people on this planet. And now, never has our mission mattered so much, especially now that the world was forced to stop and reflect. So our solution, as I said, is a science-based app with assessment and tools to guide people through a more balanced and happy life. We use for this a holistic yet very simple approach based on the Japanese model called Ikigai for sustained and balanced life, where we help people balance their passions with a life, career, and social impact. I don't know if some of you know Calm and Headspace, probably do. What they did 10 years ago that was maybe unthinkable of digitalizing and bringing meditation to the online is what we are doing with life coaching workshops and all that self-development value proposition. About our scholarships. So basically they are offline life acceleration program that we promote. These are all expenses covered scholarships, and they are an offline value proposition of what we offer online. And throughout the journey, we've been iterating from product to marketing strategy. So we maintain them because they are good acquisition hook, and they also brand lift as they are generating stories. So we select members from our community to offer these life acceleration programs. So we are basically in the intersection of the market of travel and the wellness, which we are witnessing a huge landscape shift and wellness expansion, where people are increasingly more willing to pay for preventive care. And we believe this is the next big opportunity, and back to human, using technology in the service of humans instead of the other way around. As for competition, we also see a big opportunity here. There's a lot of these companies that I named, like Calm, Headspace, that focus on the individual assessment, and they rely on a negative trigger. As I told you, we use travel as the positive trigger. And also some companies that focus on building a meaningful community, but then they lack the individual assessment. We are in the intersection of both. A good example, but not a competitor, but as an example is LinkedIn. So we are currently consolidating the MVP platform that was validated by our over 1 million community already, where we had this traction where people would pay for one-time application fee to access this online platform. And we are consolidating this into a proper UX action-driven app, so we can transition to a recurring subscription fee. And that was something that our community also led us, and that there's a lot of opportunity there. Our vision is to reach a marketplace for happiness where members will be able to impact one another and share their skills. As part of the founding team, we have a strong background and validated, this is the alarm. We have background on storytelling and communication, and also digital marketing and acquisition. And as chairman, we have an ex-Siemens CEO, which is responsible for applying consistency and long-term vision to this millennials team. Based on the metrics of 2019, and just 30 seconds more, we project in 3 years to achieve 500,000 paying members. And we are also in line, we give a lot of commitment to the global goals because it's one of the pillars and the value proposition. So we feel that now is the time to raise the money, as the numbers checked our vision. We are raising a seed round of 600K, essentially to first build the product, transition to this recurring subscription fee, and build the initial team to restart the traction again. Thank you guys for the time, and sorry Daniel for the 30-second delay.
No problem. Great presentation, though the slides were not moving in the beginning. So stop sharing the screen, please. The word to investors, the judges, your questions.
I'll have a question. Since you're tying the whole personal growth and well-being to travel, which is, I believe, is a great way to learn. Like, I traveled around the world a lot, and I'm super upset that we cannot do it anymore. But hence the question, we don't know when this whole COVID pandemic stops, you know, and it's brought all of us to staying at home and not being to travel. How do you see that affecting your business? Because definitely it's going to cause delays. Or are there any other ways that you're offering within your platform as an alternative to travel?
Yeah, it's a great question. Throughout the year, we've been iterating and making this transition from product to marketing strategies. So this means that we've been focusing more on the community, on the value proposition that we give them online on this platform that we have nowadays. And COVID just accelerated this transition. We were planning on doing it, but we had to put one of the scholarships that we were leading on hold. We had to put the members safe back home, and we are now just focusing all our resources to accelerate this consolidation, create the app. And we see it as a big opportunity because people are much more sensible and connected, those who were not, to the importance of stopping and reflecting. And that's what, as you were saying, travel gives you. It takes you from your comfort zone and makes you think. So that in that sense, people are much more connected to this. And what we did was we opened up our platform for free for everybody while put the scholarships on hold, because we have a big community and we are working on the engagement for them while we are developing in parallel the app. So then we can present them this, and we are gathering all the feedback as we've been.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Oh, hi, this is James. Thanks for the presentation. I had a question too. Is there kind of a rating system or a best practices for the people who are learning from others that are teaching, and also the ones learning, where the community is kind of policing each other, so you know what's working and what's not?
Definitely for the future. For now, what we do have is MVP features to make them connect and share their stories and their learnings. And we had also on the offline experience of the scholarships, workshops for them to share the knowledge. And these were professionally organized workshops called Share Wisdom, where each people would share their skills. So these are all indicators of these needs and this opportunity as well. And we want to bring it to the app. And that's, again, another indicator for us to make this transition and build a proper mobile app to do so.
Thank you.
I think you have a question.
More questions, please. We have about 5 more minutes.
I think I missed the traction slide. Can you talk more about the traction, where you are now with customer acquisition?
Yeah, I think everybody missed it because I didn't share. It was an error, sorry. So in 2019, we did in 10 months, essentially, where we did some price testing. We acquired in 10 months over 800K signups, 40K paying members from those signups. Top markets were US by far, but also Australia, UK, Germany. But we had people from 215 countries. Half of these, this generated over 1 million in revenue. Half of it was for paid acquisition. The other half was referral and other channels. And what we did was reinvest on this platform as well to explore further this opportunity.
All right. And we have, actually 4 more minutes for questions. Anybody else?
Yeah, this is Isabella. I have a question. You mentioned kind of when you were describing the problem at the beginning that this is kind of preventative care for people who are addressing kind of mental health or wellness issues and kind of solving them with travel. So have you thought about or brought on any like healthcare experts onto your team or onto the platform to kind of talk to your users and kind of go after kind of a healthcare route as well?
Yeah, it's a great question because it's part of, so we have 3 strategic partnerships in the 3 pillars that we presented. So social impact, passion, and life career. One of them is Ikigai Global Wellness that works on this concept that we work on. And he was not only responsible, for instance, for the offline scholarships to do the workshops, the series of workshops where they started with a retreat and a series of workshops, but also into digitalizing this value proposition and bring it to the online. So 100% we want to digitalize and bring all this value with science-based and professionals from the area. We are also working with Randstad, one of the leading human resources company in the world, where they were responsible for the selection process for the scholarships and also for developing some workshops around the life career pillar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. 2 more minutes. Any more questions?
I'm sorry, I am not very smart, guys. I just don't get the product. I'm sorry. What is the product?
Yeah, it's not. We have a complicated roadmap. We've received that feedback.
Sorry to interrupt. Maybe if you can give a use case, that will probably be helpful as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we just thank you for that. we like to highlight our roadmap because it's important to see that we've been fine-tuning this idea and found this opportunity. So the product itself is much like Calm is a guide for mental healthness, and it guides you for meditation and to be your mental healthness. We are a guide for more balanced and an aware life. So it's a science-based app with assessment and tools that will basically work in 4 steps. It starts with an assessment for you to gain clarity on your values, because every people's best lives are different. Then you define your goals based on that. You break it down to action steps, and then you do the track and the progress. So that's the conceptual way of how the app works. But to answer your question, what we have today is an MVP platform that's part of our roadmap and led us into this opportunity. So these that we are presenting is the conceptual mock-ups of the app that we are working with these experts. But what we do have on our platform is loose value propositions. We have, for instance, a professionally assembled personality report for the members. We have workshops, etc., but all loose. And what we want to do is consolidate and bring more features into this organized and UX action-driven app. Does it answer your question? I think so.
I think so, but I'm an investor in Calm. I got lucky early, and I think I get this space. I still do not really get the differentiator with Calm. I'm sorry. So
we give the assessments. For instance, let me give you the use case then. We have Jigar, for instance, that did the personality. It's a professionally assembled personality test, and he gained a lot of clarity about himself, about his values. After that, he with all that clarity, he decided to set up his goals, both professionally, but also to align his passions and while giving back as well. And that's the concept that we believe of a balanced life. So based on those assessments, he defined his own assessments. He then break it down to action steps, and some of the action steps are workshops that, like Calm does with the sleep stories and the guided meditation, that we bring it to the online platform and now to this app. So Jigar can go through these workshops and increase, develop skills, develop competences, or work for this more balanced life, and then he can track the progress as he goes.
Right. This is more wholesome, more proactive, mindfulness experience.
it's a more holistic approach, yes.
Yeah,
The challenge is to communicate it in a simple, down-to-earth way, and that's why we use the 3 pillars.
All right, thank you very much. Time is up. I ask judges, please fill in the form. I will let you start up and share your feedback. Thank you, guys. Next is Luke, Ilya Zarachovich.
Not Ilya, but Roman.
Roman.
Instead of Ilya, yeah.
Just give like 30 seconds, set up your presentation so people can evaluate. Just give a little bit of time to the previous startup.
Okay.
Will you show the slides?
Yeah. Let me share my screen. We have several slides for this presentation. This is not full pitch deck because 5 minutes it's not too much for us.
Just start in 5 seconds. I'll let you know. Just
okay.
So to make it fair to everyone. All right, you may start.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Roman Filakov, and I'm co-founder of the Look.js. The main product is the Look Digital Signage Service. This is a simple and reliable software solution for remote management of digital screens networks of various scales and purposes. Let's say it could be ad screens in the retail stores or info boards in the airports. This is all digital signage. This solution allows people to manage all the media content, be it audio, video, dynamic streams, or interactive scenarios in an unlimited number of locations at any time and from anywhere. Along with the software solution, Look is engaged in the production of and sales of own hardware, media players, and touch monitors. This is also part of our business. So the solution, how it works? Solution consists of 3 main parts. First of all, this is the web-based content management system. You're able to use any browser you want on your PC or tablets to manage your screens. So the second part is cloud-based management server powered by Amazon, but also we have the ability to deploy a server on premises. And the third part is the player on the screen side, which allows you to broadcast content itself. So currently we have 2 types of the players. First of all, this is the application player for devices powered by operating system Android 4.4 and higher. For any other screens, I mean regular TVs, for example, yes, or LED screens, for any other screens which has HDMI inputs, we have external media players in order to turn it into remotely managed digital signage. So our main customer is SMB worldwide. And they have too many questions now, like how to cut the regular cost for traditional printed POSM, or how to communicate with their audience in a modern way, or how to arrange upselling and cross-selling in their offline venues without expanding staff and any other significant investments, and many other questions. So we answer all these questions by making digital signage more affordable for them. We give them an easy-to-use and reliable tool which saves their time and money in order to communicate with their audience. And we give it to them at quite a reasonable price. So we'll have to think that we help entrepreneurs like we are to save their energy for growing their businesses. Talking about the financial model, we make money from software as a service subscriptions, first of all. The second type is the on-premises licenses. If we deploy our servers on our server on the customers on premises. Also we have a white label option as a product too, and also we sell our hardware like media players and touch monitors, as I said before. Talking about them. talking about the traction now. Currently, we have more than 260 customers in more than 25 countries around the world, about 15% from the USA. Our average monthly revenue in 2019 was amounted at almost 45,000 US dollars, 18,000 US dollars for software product included. By 2018, growth amounted to 309%, including 154% for software. This year, despite the COVID's negative impact, we're still growing in the software revenue at 22% compared to the last year. Currently, we have a team of 12 people who based in Hungary, Budapest, and in Russia. Also, while our HQ legal entity is incorporated in Delaware, US. Currently in this round, we plan to attract at least $1 million US dollars in order to force the development of our products, in order to search and test the new sales channels, and in order to increase the financial injections into existing sales channels, which are already working for us. Thanks to this round, we plan to reach the level of average monthly revenue of 200,000 US dollars already in 2021. Thanks for your attention. I'm ready to answer all your questions if you have.
Thank you very much. Please close your presentation
Yeah.
and give the word to judges. Please ask your questions.
Yeah, could you tell us more about your competitors, the competitive landscape?
Yeah. Let me share the screen one more time from the other presentation. Second, please. Okay, do it right now. Yeah, this is our main competitors. We underline four of our competitors. First of all, it is ScreenCloud, ViewNow, Noyes, OnSign TV. So our main advantages comparing to our competitors is that we have pretty reliable and pretty multifunctional interactive features inside, so you can create interactive scenarios right in the CMS. I mean, if to use our service with the touch monitors, yes, you can create interactive scenarios right in our CMS without any additional coding within the couple of minutes. Also, we have best-in-class 24/7 online chat, which can solve, I believe, about 90% of the customer issues in online. One of our biggest advantages is the pricing model, because we have a really flexible pricing model which depends on the number of screens which our customer wants to use. For example, if our customer wants to use one screen, it will be $15 US per screen per month. And if they will use more than 200 screens in the network, then he will pay $6 US per screen per month. And talking about the other advantages, we also they also choose us for high reliability. They choose us for easy to use, for fast to deploy, simple scalability. We have our own media players, as I've told you before, and for some groups of the customers, this is important to get the turnkey solution from one vendor. And also, as I've told you before, we have interactive features. Hope I answered your question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, please.
This is James. Is there anything that you have that makes it kind of sticky, that if somebody tried you and then somebody built something else and is trying to teach them the next features here, oh, try us, that it makes it hard for them to switch, like it's very costly, or it's a lot of infrastructure problems for them to switch, kind of like a moat?
Excuse me, I suppose I don't understand your question.
Okay, let's say somebody builds another product like similar to yours, but they say, oh, we've added this feature that you don't have. Do you have anything built in that it makes it difficult for someone, once they've used you, to switch to a competitor? Kind of like a moat where it's friction to switch.
You mean whether do we have a feature which can pretend our customer to switch to another service?
Let me help. I just quickly translate. So, что такое будет удерживать вашего клиента, благодаря чему, допустим, даже фичи других конкурентов не будут причиной для них остаться? Что их заставит остаться у вас? Будет держать, фактором удержания.
Okay. Okay, understood. Thanks, Daniel. I think, first of all, as I've told you before, we have a really reliable and easy-to-use solution. We save our customers time because, for example, comparing to the competitors, if our customer needs to spend about a week to start working with our competitor service, because it's pretty complicated comparing to ours. And in our service, he can start to use it within the 30 minutes in a self-service mode without any help from our staff, because this is really intuitive. And we suppose it's one of our killer features, and we have a questionnaire for our customers, and they call these advantages as one of the main advantage which helped them to choose us and not our customer, not our competitors.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Yeah, this is Isabella. I have a question. So you mentioned that you were selling a hardware component as well to some of your customers. Is this something that you are kind of spending a lot of time and energy developing, or is it kind of just off-the-shelf hardware pieces that you're just selling along with the other kind of software services?
The hardware, it is not a necessary thing in order to use our service. Because as I told you, we have an application player for devices based on Android 4.4 and higher. For example, Android TVs like Philips or Sony or anything else, yes. Like Android tablets, right? Like all-in-one screens and so on. And also now we are moving to the multi-platform, because now we are developing the application players also for the other platforms like Windows, like Linux, like LG WebOS, like Samsung Tizen OS, and our main focus is the software. That's why in the future we want to remove the hardware from our offers. But now we should do this because we have only one platform in application.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, since no questions, like Kate, Catherine. No?
I mean, I had a question, but since I'm not really familiar with that space, but hardware is always hard. That's why it's called hardware. Joke. But what is, because I mentioned on your competitor slide, 3, including you, have their own hardware and then 3 don't. What's the benefit of actually having your own hardware versus just focusing on software and maybe developing other sides to it?
As I've also told before, the hardware is not our focus, because now we have only one application player only for one platform. Okay, Android is 40% of the devices in the digital signage market, yes, but 60% is Windows, Linux, WebOS, Tizen, and so on. And for example, also there are a lot of regular TVs which doesn't have operating system inside at all. For example, I don't know, one of our customers from Philippines wants to use their home TV to broadcast advertising videos in his restaurant, for example, yes? And in order to do this, he should use the device in order to turn it into remotely managed digital signage. And it is hard for him because he's not in the market. It is hard for him to find to buy the software from one vendor and the hardware from another vendor, and he will spend a lot of time to get the turnkey solution. That's why for some customers it is really important to get the turnkey solutions, both hardware and software, from one vendor. And that's why for SMB, we believe that this is the advantage. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If no more questions, we can move on to the next startup. So the next startup is 3D Predict, Marina Domracheva, I guess. So Marina, please open your presentation, start your presentation, and in the meantime, let's all judges to finish their evaluation forms for the previous startups. Just give a few more seconds, like 10-15 seconds, maybe a little more. Everyone finished? No more time needed? Okay. Let's begin with this presentation. Marina, you can speak.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marina Domracheva. I'm founder and CEO of medical device company. We develop and manufacture dental aligners 3D Predict. We utilize AI and proprietary data set to increase the effectiveness of orthodontic treatment. 90% of population require teeth straightening, and in the United States only, orthodontic market represents $3 billion, and it grows 20% per year annually, and mostly due to clear aligner segment. And we create technologically advanced tool for doctors to fulfill people's dream of a beautiful smile. When we started in 2014, we asked doctors what they wanted, what they needed, and they wanted to have their more predictable treatment and to improve their patients' outcomes. They wanted to know what's inside the bone, how the roots are moving. And that is why we developed the AI software, which allows to make the treatment planning based on root and bone. And it increases the effectiveness of orthodontic treatment twofold. And as I mentioned, the orthodontic market is large, and of course it's competitive. And that's why we are focusing on complex and moderate segments where we have significant competitive advantage. For example, right now, doctors use braces or well-established aligners like Invisalign, for example, to treat complex cases. And when doctors use 3D Predict, they can treat those cases 30% shorter. So they reduce the chair time, they reduce their cost per patient, and that's why doctors increase their margin per patient. And what is very important right now in this COVID environment, that 3D Predict also reduces number of patient visits to dental offices. It's really crucial right now with all these new restrictions. And this great product allowed us to get 30% of the aligner segment in our domestic market in Russia with a 3.7 million revenue in 2019. And of course, only a great team can make the great results. Like we are together 56 people, but I would like to introduce you my co-members. My partner Ludmila, she has 14 years experience in corporations, and she's responsible for manufacturing unit, for digital design unit, and for R&D. So she ensured that our medical device is manufactured with highest quality and on time. And Theodore is a CTO. He has 14 years of experience in 3D software modeling and software development. And he stands behind all the technological excellence we use in 3D Predict. And in 2020, like this year in February, we got the FDA clearance, and I support, to my knowledge, it's the first Russian like dental medical device to get the FDA clearance in the United States. It was just 2 weeks before the lockdown, so we managed to get only 4 patients. And this week, we just reopening sales in the United States. And our like global goal is to get 3% of the market share in the United States in 2025. And the most important step is the first step is the 18 months launch. And we aim to get 10 million sales during this 18 months launch, and we are seeking for 4.5 million investments to meet the launch milestones. And I think like today it's the right time and right place to start the rapid rollout, just because braces and they still have the 30 or 60% of the market share, and doctors cannot treat patients effectively with braces, and even very conservative dentists, like late majority, they're switching to aligners, and here we are with 3D Predict aligners. And so we should provide more predictable treatment to doctors with less patient visits. So I'm really happy to answer all your questions.
Thank you very much, Marina. This is your contacts, so everyone can see it. You were very efficient, the most efficient presenter out of all presented. So please stop your presentation and let's ask questions. So any questions from you guys?
I have a quick question. Just nice to meet you, Marina. What are the indicators of that rapid scale you are expecting?
So like we already have developed product. We have over 10,000 patients. So we know how to develop product, and also we know how to sell the product. I think it's also very important. And so this is first. Second, like American market is huge. So with this like 150 million of sales, we will get just 3% of the market. So I think it's really achievable within 5 years. And for the like our launch, it's just 0.001% of the market share. We will just ask orthodontists, dentists, like just try one patient with 3D Predict, and even if they like all dentists which we are going to onboard, if they try just one patient, we still meet these launch milestones.
Got it.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, please.
And also, of course, we have some like previous history in Russia. So we have a like 80% retention rate. So we expect that doctors will make recurrent sales, and actually it's our goal. We are a profitable company only because we have like a higher retention rate, and like customer acquisition cost is much less than the LTV of our clients.
Can we talk about that, please? Like you mentioned 10,000 patients. How did you get those and what is the cost of acquiring them?
We started in Russia in 2014. So within these six years, we have been growing 60% per year. And like every year, we just got more and more patients. We also have, last year, we get the approval in Europe. So we have European patients already, but they still like a small share of the total patients. But we would like to focus on the American market just because it's the largest market.
Last question, and I will shut up, I promise. I know that this market is very heavy on like the hype, the marketing, the PR, the ambassadors and celebrity and those. Is that a game plan? Is that the route that you are going to, or are you planning, like what is your game plan to scale your customer acquisition in the US in particular?
Yeah, it's huge. That's why it's competitive. So for our launch plan, we are going to work only with dentists because we like develop this tool for dentists, and dentists treat the patient. We don't go direct to consumer because going direct to consumer is just a price game, like $50 plus, $50 less, and that's a game. And we have real competitive advantage to treat like real orthodontic patients. So we'll go only to doctors. And right now we are not the market leader, so we will not like raise the public awareness of our product on this first step while we're not the market leader. So we would like to focus on dentists.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Hi there, Isabella. So just to be clear, are you only providing the AI software to work with kind of the tools that doctors or dentists are already using to straighten people's teeth, or are you also offering the actual liners or retainers like Invisalign, or so like you're more of a direct competitor to them?
Yeah, we are direct competitor to Invisalign, so we just use our software to develop these aligners. Or no, I have on my teeth, but also in my hand, yeah, and to develop aligners. And like manufacturing of aligners is a commodity right now. Everybody uses the same 3D printer, the same plastic, like everything the same. And the key success factor right now just to develop predictable treatment. And so we have clinical experience, and we use. Russia is a tiny market for orthodontics, but it's a great country to make the IT here. So that's why we use all our existing clinical cases, clinically proven cases to develop and always to improve our algorithms to make the treatment planning more predictable.
Got it. So the value that you're adding is that you have a better predictive model to help the customer. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I saw the link, wanted to say something. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering, with respect to expansion in the US, whether there are any sort of regulatory sort of approvals or hurdles that are needed, given that it's a medical device.
Yeah, thank you. It's really very important. And it took us 2 years to get the FDA clearance, and we got the FDA clearance in February this year. And of course, we have for us, it's very important to make the manufacturing consistent according to all these regulations. So, and my partner, Melo, she's the Chief Operating Officer at our manufacturing facility. And so it's really important to manufacture medical device which is first safe and effective. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. And so is the manufacturing done here in the US, or is it done elsewhere in the world?
Right now we have the manufacturing facility in Moscow, Russia, and in 2020 we are going to ship aligners from Russia to United States, but next year we plan to make the manufacturing in the US because we use American 3D printers, so we use American materials, and we ship it here, then manufacture and ship there. It's of course it's not cost effective, but until now we had clients only in Russia. It was like effective for us, but For the United States market, we are planning to make the manufacturing there. It will be like much more cost effective.
I think so too, especially given the changing landscape in import and export in, you know, highly sensitive areas like healthcare and devices. That makes sense.
And we have really low labor cost, just 3D printing and software, and so we do not require a lot of labor, so it's really cost efficient for us as well. Yeah. And landscape is really important.
Thank you very much. Anybody else to ask a question?
Oh, this is James. Do your aligners make the time quicker that somebody has to wear them? Because I actually had a Invisalign a few years ago, and the one thing the dentist said was if you had the metal braces, they can go as fast or slow as you want because they can tighten quicker. But with the aligners that were printed, they came like every couple of weeks, so you had to fall on that certain schedule. And then after I was done with the aligners, I was given these retainers that you have to wear every night, they say, for the rest of your life, but who knows? So I was wondering if you're improving on that with the AI, that it fixes your teeth quicker, and then you don't have to have as much aftercare.
Okay. So thank you so much for this like experienced question. And so we do not influence on the speed of tooth movement. So like it's impossible to change their physiology and cell production in bone to increase the speed of teeth movement without any medications by this plastic only. But what we do with our AI, we just optimize the staging of teeth movements, so the like individual speed of individual tooth is the same, but the staging, like how they are moved, it's optimized. So that's why we reduce the treatment time by 30%.
Is the cost cheaper too? Because I know the cost has been coming down over time. I think it was like almost $5,000 when I got them, and I've heard they've gotten more cost effective. Is the cost cheaper when they use yours, or?
So our cost like a little bit cheaper than Invisalign, but like our customer is a doctor, and we are talking about the doctor and his margin, his or her margin. So they have less patient visit and less less patient visits increases their doctor's margin. So for doctors, for our clients, we are more profitable than Invisalign or braces.
Right, got it. Thanks.
Thank you. In the meantime, while we have other questions, feel free to exchange your contacts in the chat. So next question, please.
I had a question. Since you're a direct competitor for the Invisalign and they're a bigger, kind of more known player in the US market, and that's your target market, how hard would it be for them to actually do what you're doing and switch, you know, whether the device in the production or actually use the technology side and AI side?
It's a risk, of course, because they're a huge company, and they were public for 20 years already, and they actually like market leaders still in the line segments. They have like 90% of the market, we have our algorithms, and we started developing them like several years ago, and we're always improving them. So we have this time gap. So if they start right now, they still will need some time, you know, to get it. You can't, of course, they have a lot of employees, but you can't have baby within 1 month if you get 9 women. So at least we have this time gap first, and second, we are really very concerned about our IP strategy. So we work with a very good IP firm from Washington, DC, you know, to create our IP portfolio, because it's really a great question what you're talking about, that like we're a small company and we need to protect, to have our freedom to operate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have 3 more minutes. If anyone wants to ask a question, please do so. All right. Thank you, Marina. I would like everyone to finish their evaluation forms. So please take some time. And our next speaker is financier Stanislav Kutuzov. Stanislav, Nikita and Stanislav, please begin your presentation. I will let you speak in 10 seconds, just to let everyone to finish their feedback forms. Also, as already mentioned, I think this is a great opportunity to network with investors, with startups, and also we have other startups watching us in Zoom chat. So please use this opportunity to network and exchange contacts. I'll be happy if anyone will get their business forward because of that. Thank you. All right, feel free to begin now.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Nick Sukhachov, and I'm co-founder of Financier, a service of financial planning and management. Usually, companies use Excel spreadsheets for FP&A tasks, and it has several disadvantages. First of all, it's time-consuming to collect data. Then it's hard to find linear relations. Sometimes reports are clear only for its creators and even contains mistakes. We identify three marketing niches. Micro businesses uses SaaS services which are concentrated on cash gaps forecasting, but it's only one of FP&A tasks. Big businesses uses in Russia DNS-based solutions or other ERP systems. They are automated, but have a high cost of license and implementation. Middle and small businesses are stuck with Excel and they crave for automatization. And Financier gives them increase in forecast accuracy, drill down to business data, moves time from data collecting to data analysis. How do we do it? We give a variety integrations with accounting system. We collect data and give data analysis tools like charts, KPI reports, and the most exciting, recommendations. We have already 160 paying customers, and we got 3 marketing channels. It's direct sales, partner sales, and white label for banks. Several words about how good it was before the pandemic. You see the exponential growth of sales, and as now we are on a recovery shape, and as far as our customer returning to their businesses, we are strongly confident in the sustainable growth in future. Financier is easy to start with. It's only 3 hours initial installation with no developer needed at all, and it's easy to work with because we got trustful error-free reports. We got drill down to business data, and we are as flexible as Excel is. We have subscription business model and white label for banks. We got excellent team. We work together for more than 10 years. We have launched SaaS services, developed ERP system, and in our team we got a PVC partner, which gives us global vision on financial modeling. We are looking for $4,100 investment. They will go on development and the marketing supports of sales with a target of $160,000 sales to new customers within 12 months. And it will go on customer development on foreign marketing, Europe or US. We are thinking about it. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready to answer your questions.
Thank you very much. Please close your presentation. Any questions, please, to this startup?
Yeah, so I mentioned that your core market right now is Russia. Is there ability, I guess, like, is there a vision to expand it to the US market and maybe Europe? And then some connected question to that, how hard would it be given that even like the accounting rules are different and the approach to financial even audits are different in different countries?
Thank you for the question. Of course, hard, very hard, but we are ready to. We're just developing which market is easier to start with. We already have several customer interviews with American countries. Most of them are companies which are based in America and have some Russia branches with Russian creators which move to US. And we understand maybe it will be Germany, maybe it will be US. We understand that the base of our business is accounting system. It's a QuickBook, Xero in America. We develop which in Europe. So we need to integrate with these systems, and then our system will stay the same, only just translated to English, because all report forms are common in Russia or in America. It's MS4, it's PL, it's cash flow, it's balance sheet, and all recommendations are similar. You're losing clients, look here, it's an opportunity to sell more, or you got some stocks which are or debit or some bills which should be paid, and so on. So they are similar between markets. So answer to your questions, it will be hard, but we understand how to do it.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Could you talk to us about your sales cycle? How long is it? What start to finish?
Yes, our sales cycle is 1 or 2 months. Of course, now because of the impact of COVID, it's go longer because companies just take more time to understand how do they run their businesses and when they will run it again. But in common, it's 1 or 2 months from the first touch with a person in company to the contract and to the paying bill. If you want to understand how we sell, it's some lead from Facebook, from some Google or Russian Yandex, and then we give them demo, we give them trial period. Our pre-sale makes integration with their accounting system. We take their data to our system and show how it will be in our system, and what insights will they take from our system, and they after this they take a decision to buy.
Thank you. More questions, please.
Yeah, I have a question. So kind of follow up on entering the US market. Obviously, you said that kind of the financial statements are obviously the same. There's cash flow and balance sheets and everything, but are you going to be helping with any financial reporting at all? Because I know that might be one hurdle, because I know the US has a whole different GAAP accounting system versus kind of the rest of the world. But are you helping with that as well, or are you really just kind of replacing kind of the accounting and kind of back office aspects of it?
The main difference between different standards of GAAP, MS4, or Russian standards are how we took the expenditures or revenues. So some of the systems says you should sign something, and then you could say that's a revenue or expenditure. Another system says, like GAAP, for example, we know that there will be a revenue, so we put it in our system. So for us, there is no difference. It's only accounting problem to understand the text base and so on. But if in accounting system there will be a document or the sum which shows us that there was some cost or some revenues, we put it to us and show in our reports system. So there is no difference for us. It's difference for accounts and for taxes and so on.
Okay,
yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Can you please expand just a little bit more? As I absolutely love like financial analytics solutions that actually do recommendations, but it's really hard to nail them because you need to have a lot of data in your backend, right, to be able to recognize patterns and, you know, provide something that's really valuable for the business. Can you expand on that and how did you build yours and how it's working right now?
For example, we got such a report like lost clients. We just take all data from accounting system and understand which clients haven't paid something to the company in the months and do it in some period before, for example, the previous months. And after analyzing this, we just show these clients which you lost this month. And the business could go to sales department and says why we lost 12 or 200 clients and get the money back. Of course, they wouldn't get all the clients, but the probability that they will find even 1 or 2 or 3 clients per month is big, and so it helps to forgot the word to earn some more money and these reports, other reports, we just analyze the schedule of spendings and just inform today you spend some that's much more than usually on, for example, taxi or on office or on salary. Is it okay, or you just missed your plan and so on? Also, we got a very strong module of plan fact analysis. We plans through KPIs, and not only revenue will be $1 million. We plan how many clients it will be, which is the average sum or average price, and then an average sum. And so we says you got 1 million sales, but you got 10% less clients you was planning. Is it okay, or in next month you will miss the plan? Like this.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If no more questions, this is the final startup. So project number 1, Educate Online. They got 27 points. 35 is the top number. So 27 on product, market fit 26, investable 24. Project number 2, Your Best Life. On product 17, market fit 20, investable 19. Project number 3, Look. Product 23 points, market fit 24 points out of 35, investable 24 points. And number 4, 3D Predict. Product 30 points, market fit 30 points, investable 31. And the last project, Financier. Product 23, market fit 24, investable 22. Also, every project got a lot of feedback, and I will share this directly with the startups, so the startups can use this opportunity to improve their companies and move forward. And based on these results, the winner is, I would say like that, or the company who got the best evaluation is the company 3D Predict. So congratulations, you have a great company. Everyone has great companies, but this company got the most points out of all investors we had here. Thank you very much. And that's it. I appreciate your time. It was a great event. This was first event, and all your feedback really matters. And on Go Global Community, we'll have a lot of more new events, speakers, and we look forward to seeing you there. But most importantly, we want every project, every startup to go to the next step in their business. So thank you and have a great day. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.